Hey guys, well, welcome back. Hope everything's going well with you. Hope your sales are up. Hope your sales are steady. Hope everything's going well. Today I'm going to go over a few things. I think what I'll start with is there was I don't know if it's a theory or a technique or whatever, that I came across on Facebook. I was trying to find the guy. I don't know how to get on my Facebook and find who I'm following or whatever. There's got to be something in there, but I didn't take the time to look. All I know is they show up in my reels more. But there's a guy on there, and if I seem a little more energetic today, or even brain scattered a little bit, or I don't know. I have a whole new energy. I just got off of a 3-day fast. Ended last night. Had a nice meal. Ending the fast, and I just feel lighter and more energetic this morning. So it's a whole different feeling when you do this thing. So that might explain a little craziness right now. Anyway, there's a guy on Facebook. He does, I think, about 30,000 a month. He's been doing it for a while. I like his videos because he shows where he's changed with the times. Like he would sell one thing and realize, actually he had I guess some people out there make contacts with companies, and I don't know how it works. I don't know if they're with companies and they make a contact with them, and anything they get rid of, it goes to them. They're making some kind of contacts, which is really cool. I'd like to learn how to do that, where they're getting a lot of supplies. Well, that well ran dry for him, and he had to figure out something new because it was a major part of his business. So it was kind of cool how he can change, adapt, and do different things. And that's the cool thing about eBay. You don't have to do just one thing. If you watch my channel, I don't have a certain niche yet. I guess you could say records are probably my biggest thing that I do, most common. But you can do a lot of different things. So you just have to kind of just educate yourself in a lot of different places. He was explaining in his video about his sales, and I thought this was kind of interesting. He was like, eBay has this algorithm, and what it is you need to be listing every day. I don't know if it's just one or two things. I don't know if it increases the more you list or what, but if you're listing every single day, your sales are going to go up. He said that if you do these listings every day, your sales are definitely going to go up. And he noticed this. He says, like, when he goes on vacation or anything like that, and he doesn't list, his sales come down. But when he comes back and he starts listing again, the algorithm kicks in, and all of a sudden he's selling more. So that's where I got into, okay, I'm going to try this. So for the past 2 weeks, I think it's been about 2 weeks, I've been doing that, making sure I'm listing at least one thing a day, or 2 things a day. Probably steady around 3 right now. Just I have a busy life, and you can't say I'm a full-time eBayer, but I'm trying to be, because my other things in life get in my way. Not get in my way, have to be taken care of. Anyway, I started doing that, and all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of sales. Not a huge number, but it's more than what I was getting. I mean, I would go weeks without a sale, or one a week, and I'm getting more now. Okay, so right now it's the 19th. Let's see, I sold on the 18th. Yesterday I sold one thing. On the 17th I sold two things. On the 16th I sold two things. On the 15th I sold one thing. And then back to, like mentioned in a previous video, the Bon Jovi album, that was on the 11th. Those are more consistent for me. And I know the more I build it, I'm hoping the more I build it, the more those sales are going to come in. So my sales are definitely up by doing this. So my plan is 5 listings per day. And after I list 5, anything that I put in there and I'm ready to list, I put as a draft. I'm going to be going away the next week here. And so what I'm working at very hard is getting the 5 listings in and then building up a bunch of drafts. So while I'm on vacation, every day I'm on vacation, I'm going to list. I've got it like a certain number for each day, and I'm going to list those items each day while I'm on vacation. It's not a big deal. I just go in my phone, get on the app, turn it into a listing, and done. So that way I'm listing every single day. So I'm going to try that this week and see what happens. Obviously, I did put my store, my profile on away mode, so people can still buy things and they're aware that I'm away and the shipping is going to take a little while. So I'm going to try that this week. It seems like it's already working, so I don't want to break my rhythm. One other thing I wanted to know too how, because I've noticed drafts go away after a while, and I wanted to know. So I did how long those last, the drafts in eBay. So I looked it up, and it seems like I think it's in the eBay that I found it's supposed to be 30 days that a draft can sit there, which is plenty, right? But talking to other people, they said, well, I've seen them go away after 20 days. So I'm like, okay, that's still a pretty good amount of time. So I'm going to just think about it as 20 days. But really, my draft shouldn't be longer than that, and maybe a week or something. So just keep in mind that the drafts will go away. And I think eBay sends you reminders, hey, these drafts are going to expire. I believe I've gotten messages like that before of things that I've set up and just let sit there. So just keep that in mind with the whole thing. The drafts can go away, so just keep an eye on everything. But that's going to be my kind of like procedure going forward, is how I want to handle this. Get those listings out every day. It's not hard to at least list one thing, and that's a good discipline to just start listing things. So recently listed, I have a couple things here. I grabbed a couple of these. This is the Buckingham Nicks album. These are sealed. There's pink vinyl and blue vinyl, and I guess hers and his vinyl. I think I saw another one too. There was a different color out there. So anyway, I've got these up. It's a pretty hot item right now. I'm not expecting these to sell right away. I priced it not too competitively, but right where I want to, get my money out of it. I listed these at $29.99, which is still a really good deal. I've seen some people listing it higher, and it sold for higher, but I think that was right in the very beginning. I'm noticing with these albums, when they're new, you got to get them sold quick. Get them out there quick at least, and they sell quicker. But so I've got these two listed. Just put those up for $29.99. This is a Moravian tile, and I guess this is like a commemorative tile. This was somebody who made tiles, and they did one. I don't know if it's his style. They redid his tile in 2000, and there's another date on here that's like 1895. I guess he was around for a long time, but he was out of the States, I think Illinois or whatever. It's a vintage tile, obviously, since it's from 2000, but it's not like from when this guy was around. But these do sell, and I see this name. I think that's his name, Moravian. I've seen these sold in sets for a good amount of money, and I don't know if they're the original tiles or not. I just thought about that. Actually, no, some weren't. Some were like these commemorative ones sold in sets, but there were other sets that sold for more, and I'm assuming those were the ones from the originals kind of thing. This tile I'm going to put for $25, and it actually seems to be right in the price range where one of these will sell. So I don't expect it to sell real quick, but it'll sit there, and it's in my shop. Okay, next is this Thorley. It's English bone china from Staffordshire, England. There you go. And I'm gonna list this at $14.99 for that. And it is vintage. It's bone china. And it's just a little nice thing, and it's for a collector. But these do sell. They just take a little while, but they do sell. Little cookbooks like this, they do sell. Believe it or not, it's kind of like it's not widely distributed, and people do like these. This is from 1996. It's a favorites recipe book. From Our House to Yours. BLDC, what I was looking up, BLDC is it's a community thing. It comes from different clubs or things like that, and they get together and they make these cookbooks or different things. This just happens to be a cookbook, and this is St. Petersburg, Florida. So it is vintage, and it's from a certain place. People aren't just going to find it anywhere, and people like this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up. I decided to put this up for, what did I do on this one? $9.99. So $9.99. So yeah, didn't even pay for this. Somebody just gave it to me. They said, hey, do you want it? And I'm like, heck yeah, I'll put it up. $9.99. So from $0 to $9.99. And I'm trying to make my cutoff be about $10. I don't like selling things under $10. I know a lot of people do, and that's cool. I just don't have the space to put so many things. I'd rather have everything above $20, but I definitely don't want things under 10. And I know I have a couple things from way back that are under $10, but recently I've been trying to stay above $10. So those are things that I am listing. I have other things here that I'll get into in the next videos as far as what I'm selling. I've got a bunch of VHS, still have some cookbooks to go through, so I'll be listing those soon. And as far as what has sold for me, the first thing is a turkey platter I picked up, and this thing sold for $45. Thanksgiving's coming up, so this person wanted it and they were really happy with it. I worked with them on the price. I had it listed higher, but I was like, they want it. It's been sitting around. Let's get this thing sold. And they're really happy with it. They're all excited. I had to actually be very creative with the box because it's a turkey platter, so it's very thin this way, only like an inch or maybe an inch high. But it's wide and everything, so I couldn't find a box for it. I was going everywhere. Luckily, my wife came in and she helped me grab a couple boxes, and she put this really cool thing together. I'm like, she's got a talent there, being able to create a box. I mean, it was amazing. I wish I should have taken pictures of it. But anyway, I sold that for $45. I sold a Sgt. Pepper. I had it listed both on the Sgt. Pepper album. Had it listed both on Facebook and on eBay. I was getting people were asking me about it on eBay. On Facebook. And I think one guy was just too far away for him to come. But he, while I'm talking to these people, boom, it just sold on eBay. So that was cool. I sold it for $14.99 because of the condition and things. The album's in good shape, but the cover wasn't great. So I listed it right at $14.99, figured that was a good price, and it sold pretty quick. I didn't have it listed very long. Another thing that sold that had been sitting around for a while were a lot of 4 WordSeek Super Jumbo puzzles. And I got them at like a church thing. I remember, it's been a while. Maybe even last year. I have to look how long I had that thing listed. But just, I had it sitting there. Here's one that's just under $10. It's $9. But, I wasn't expecting to sell like crazy. They sold for the price that they're pretty much going for, is a lot of 4. So it worked. Then I sold a teapot, creamer, sugar bowl, teacup, saucer set. I don't even know what the brand is. Somebody bought it. I did send them a message because I realized this is an earlier picture, and in my earlier pictures I wasn't measuring everything, and I measure everything. Even when it seems ridiculous, I'll measure a book. I'll measure anything. The only thing I guess I don't measure are albums, because those don't really, unless I don't see any albums that are a different size. So albums, CDs, common CDs, unless they're different, I don't usually measure those. But everything else I measure. It's very important because I've had that come back where people are like, I thought it was a different size, even though that did happen when I literally had a picture of the product with a ruler next to it. And that's a whole nother story we can get into, some of the things eBay's not helped me out on. But anyway, measure everything so they know the size of it. That's just my rule. But I did notice that these weren't measured, this teacup set. So I did message the buyer and said, hey, I just noticed I don't have the measurement. Would you like me to send you some pictures of the measurements? They haven't gotten back to me. So if they haven't gotten back to me by tomorrow or even today, I'm going to go ahead and pack it up, send it out. Then this other thing too, basket full of surprises. I wonder if I should have asked more, but this is about what it sells for. And maybe that's why people were you always wonder why people are so interested. Is it the product itself, or did I price it, too low? And people are like, oh my God, that's that price? So I don't know, but this was pretty popular. I received several clicks and several messages on Facebook, and Facebook, I'll be there Monday. They never came. So that's how Facebook works, but I don't get disappointed. It doesn't bother me because I know that's how Facebook works. It's just, it's a local thing. So I don't worry about it, but it's interesting because somebody said, hey, can I come today and get it on Facebook? And I look over on eBay, or I got a message almost at the same time I was looking at the message, and it sold on eBay. So I let them know on Facebook, unfortunately I just sold it. Thank you for, checking into it. So it can happen, but I like it on it can happen where the thing can possibly get sold at the same time, even though I don't know if that person on Facebook would have come. It's possible they could sell at the same time because that was a close one, but with Facebook, I have that availability to go, hey, sorry, it just sold. And then over on eBay, obviously it sells, you got to get it sent out. So I like that option. And then some things I saw where people, other channels, there's a channel I found, Flipping Junk. I like his videos. He shows you what's sold, and that gives me an idea of what things are selling and what things are selling for. I like watching those sold videos because it educates you to keep an eye out for things. So he sold a Hubley cap gun, the vintage, I guess it was an old cap gun. He picked it up for $15 and sold it for $100. Cap gun, crazy. Then there was a Kuhl vest, Kuhl vest. He picked up for $5 and it sold for $45 plus shipping. And the cap gun was $100 plus shipping also. He sold a Killer Bunnies game, picked it up for $2.99 and sold it for $35 plus shipping. Not bad, right? This is the stuff. This is the what we look for, right? Buy it for $1, sell it for $50. You know, that's the big stuff. Then he bought sold a Conair lather machine. I would have never thought anything of that. He bought it for $4.99 and sold it for $100 plus shipping. Crazy. And then he had a pair of area boots. I know boots do well. I had a pair of nice boots that I got for very cheap and sold them. I think I got them for $5 and sold them. Ended up selling them for $50. And so that's what we're talking about, right? That's the range. Boots seem to do pretty well. And he bought the area boots for $2 and sold them for $70 plus shipping. So keep an eye on boots. People like those boots. So that's what I have for you guys today. Hope you got something out of this. Let me know, what you think. Give me some comments here. Let's talk in the comments. I'm probably not going to have a video for, I don't know, because I'm going to be out next week and I don't have my products with me to show you. So probably won't be doing a video for next week. So this will be the last one for probably about a week or so. Until next time, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope your sales are doing great. And you take care, all right? Bye.